Hey, what's up, everybody? It's David Van Dyke again with another morning wake up. Um, I wanted to take a look at the new Hush 2 Batman Hush sequel. And forgive the background noise. There's people already out on the lake. Um, Looks like they're skiing. So that's the noise you're hearing in the background. And I'm sure planes will start just because I hit record. You know, the FAA monitors when I film videos outside, of course. Anyway, I wanted to look at this because I don't know, is it just me or is this falling flat? Like, the whole story seems to just be kind of meh. And that's not to say it's bad. Like, it's an interesting story. Jeff Loeb is an amazing writer. Jim Lee is Jim Lee. The artwork's going to look great. But it seems very uninspired, to me at least. I don't know what the motivations were for it, but considering how big Hush was, I don't know. I just expected this to be a lot more. So I want to flip through a little bit, and then I want to do something kind of fun. So here's the opening page. Nothing wrong with this opening page. Truck pulling in, Batman's on it. Batman's on the back of the truck. And by on it, I mean he's aware of it. Laughing fish being dumped out into the reservoir. And this is good storytelling just because, you know, he gives you enough Gotham City Dam into a double pager. You know, perfectly serviceable. Like, this is good. This is Jim Lee storytelling, and it's great. A lot of action. Panel flow, good. When I first looked at this yesterday to decide if I was going to make a video on this or not, if I really wanted to do that, I pulled out the first issue of Hush, and yeah, this is a reprint. To me, this is more dynamic. Everything's tight. We don't know really what's going on. But what I realized is, and what's kind of cool is, Jim Lee keeps the same page layout, which is kind of awesome. Now, he doesn't in the first, and I think this works better. I like this better. And yes, when Hush came out, Jim Lee had a bet that he could do a monthly book for a year. You know, he had something to prove. He had not done that in a while, so the whole team was way more on point for this. Look at, I mean, Scott Williams is even using some dry brush. Like, this whole book is just, you know, the stakes are established right off the bat, and we're off to the races. Okay, so let's go to the Hush 2. Joker appears in the truck, and now I will say this is kind of neat. The implication is that Joker's been in the back of the dump truck with the laughing fish, like, that whole time, which is kind of neat. Joker attacks. And again, this is perfectly fine. Jim Lee's going to give you a level of quality that's above most, but I still, like, I would have loved to have seen this as a bigger panel. And I know the impacts are here, but this is creepy. You know, Batman falls into the reservoir, gets pulled out by a woman that we know by the costume, but then as that's happening, this guy shows up, and I have an idea. In the story, you don't know who this is, but we kind of know who it is, I think. I have guesses. I'm not going to give them for those that haven't read this yet, and I'm not going to go all the way through the entire book. But perfectly serviceable Jim Lee artwork. Love this page. Anytime Jim Lee does the Watchtower, it's awesome. Or the Clock Tower, whatever it's called now. But again, I don't know what it is about the layouts and the story. I don't think it's the art. I think it's the story is just kind of flat. Because Jim's given us beautiful shots. Now, let's go back for a second. Let's look at something else. I say that and like look at what he's giving us here, okay? And a lot more, I think a lot heavier blacks. But look at this icon. Like, this went on to be posters and, you know, Batman saves the kid. Huge reveal of Croc with Catwoman in the background. This double page spread alone sets up, like, this is such good storytelling because we know we're getting ready to get this, but you would miss this if you go too quickly. I don't know. I remember Hush being such a big deal. And I was just getting back into comics around the time that Hush came out. And it feels like even the marketing on Hush 2 was like I didn't know, it's supposed to be like a 6-issue run, I think. So it's not even the full year. Again, I don't know. Something about this story is falling very flat. It seems like we're taking a lot of time in everything. Like, everything is taking too long to get going. Like, I feel like I'm still waiting on the story to kick into high gear. That's not to say they're not giving us cool stuff, because they are. But, you know, let's jump over. I'm going to go to... let's take a quick look at 160. So, I'm going to skip an issue. So, this is 158. There's 159. Where Jason Todd comes in. Even the covers are kind of meh. Like, that's not the best Jim Lee cover by far. This isn't either. I saw this on the stands and had to look because I didn't think this was Jim Lee. It just doesn't. Again, it feels uninspired. And yes, like, who are you to talk about Jim Lee? You're right. Who am I? But I'm a fan, and I love comics, and I work in comics, so I understand, like, Jim Lee's got deadlines and things, and he's got a mountain of other work to do, so I get all that. But if you're not going to be inspired to get in, then don't do it. I think that's a big problem in comics right now, is we have companies giving us stuff just for the sake of doing it. And not because anybody's asking for it, you know. And then they seem to miss the mark. Hush 2 was wanted, desperately wanted, but a while back. No one was really clamoring for this because we didn't think we were going to get it. So, same double page spread again, which I just now realized. This is the same opening as 608. Somebody apparently has lost their dog and has decided to chase it down by the lake. Okay. See, now this is cool. This is inspired. Maybe not inspired, but had you opened with this, I wonder if this page is the same. Let's go back. And now we're getting people yelling. We're getting airplanes. I told you. Like, as soon as I hit record, it's dead quiet out here until I hit record, and then all of a sudden everything goes berserk. Okay, it's not. So yeah, it's not. But this is beat for beat. Now I wonder if 159 starts the same way. Is that what he's doing? Is every issue he's starting the first 3 pages with the same layout? Well, no, because the first page, okay, see, he is, where the same here is this double page. Okay, it is. So the double page is the same from the original. He's using the same layout, and I love when he does this watercolor flashback. That's a great way to, I steal this in books I work on. I love using watercolor, ink wash, whatever, to do flashbacks. It's such a clear indication that, like, we're not in the present. I wonder why he started the series then. At 158, this is not the layout he uses, but in 608, so in 608, the original Hush run, this is the first page layout. And he did it in Hush 2. He doesn't, the very first page, he doesn't use this layout. He uses this in every single issue so far. I wonder why. I wonder why he didn't start the whole thing that way, because he kind of broke his streak there. Sorry, I just noticed that. I digress. Again, we're waking up. And what better way to wake up than to talk comics? He posted this online and people went nuts for it. And it's cool. But again, it's like, okay. You know. Great stuff. Amazing work. And this, none of this is to say this is bad. That's not what I'm saying. But it's not. I don't sit and wait for the issues to come out, right? Like, I go, oh, a new issue's out, cool. But I'm not like sitting keeping track of like, when's the next one coming out? Because again, it's like neat, but moving on. Battle Beast, I keep up. I want the next one. I'm ready for it. And we've got to get back into that in comics. We've got to get our readership and our fans back into like paying attention and wanting that next issue. That's something that's very important, and we need to be working on that. I hate this militant Riddler. If you like the militant Riddler, let me know, but I don't dig it at all. And that's the great thing on this channel, on my channel, everybody's allowed to love everything that they, you know, if you're a fan of something in comics, by all means be it. And help the rest of us see it from your perspective so that we can enjoy it that way too. Because that's what it's all about, is sharing your passions and spreading around why you love these things so that I can see them from your perspective and go, oh, cool, yeah, I see it. And then you make a fan out of me. You don't have to work in this industry to turn people on to this industry. And again, great work. I like the silhouette work here. Again, I just wanted to start the day, flip through a little Batman Hush. As I'm working, I pull out, as any comic book professional will tell you, you pull out books that inspire you, you flip through them, you look for ideas, you look for reference, you go back to the things that got you going. I'll be honest, I don't reach for Hush 2. I just don't. I don't pull these out and like go, let me take a look and see if there's any ideas here, or, you know, this doesn't inspire me in the same way. And maybe it's because I've studied Jim Lee's work. Well, that's not true, because I go back and look at older Jim Lee work. I don't know. Anyway, I digress. What do you think about Hush 2? Is it kind of meh for you too? If so, leave it in the comments. Leave a like and subscribe if you dug this video and you enjoy waking up talking about comics. And how everything's going. And I will see you guys later.